Ethereum and Solana both claim to be the future of the blockchain, but one of them could massively outperform the other in the long term. And in this video, myself and my AI assistant Tiara will compare their potential returns, analyze real-world adoption stats, and uncover which one could multiply your portfolio faster as an investor. And not only that, we'll also uncover which network is recommended as the best investment according to hundreds of data sources reviewed by AI. So Tiara, where do you think that we should begin?
Let's give brief and simple explanations of each platform.
Okay. That makes sense to me. So first, let's make sure that everyone is on the same page. So in one corner, you've got Ethereum. This is the seasoned veteran that's been around since 2015. It's versatile and widely used. On the other side, we've got the new kid on the block, which is Solana. Solana is designed to be super fast and handle tons of transactions without really breaking a sweat or having any issues at all. Now, both of these aren't just digital coins that you can buy and sell. They're more like digital playgrounds where developers can actually build all sorts of cool stuff within them. So think of them kind of as the iOS or Android of the crypto world, platforms where apps can actually thrive. Now you might be wondering, if they're both platforms for building stuff, what makes them different? Well, that's where things get really interesting, and it's exactly what I'm going to dive into here next. Now, you might be thinking, oh no, here comes the tech jargon. This is going to be brutal.
Don't worry. I'll make this as simple as possible for your puny human brains.
Man, Tiara, that superiority complex. Never mind. Let's just start with Ethereum. So remember when you were a kid and you made like a pinky promise? Well, Ethereum, it actually uses something that's called smart contracts. These are kind of like digital pinky promises, if you will. They automatically make sure that everyone keeps their word without needing a middleman. Why is this kid screaming? Jesus. So for example, imagine you're selling your old phone online. With a smart contract, the moment that the buyer confirms they've received the phone, the money will automatically go right into your account. And if for some reason it doesn't, well, the good news is there's a record of the transaction, so you can work to enforce that. Now, Solana, on the other hand, it's all about speed. So it uses a clever system that's a bit like a super efficient assembly line in a factory, right? This system, which is called proof of history, it helps Solana process transactions incredibly fast. Now, to put that in perspective, while Ethereum can handle about 15 transactions per second, Solana can actually handle up to 65,000 per second.
Now you might be wondering, if Solana is so much faster, why isn't everyone using it?
Now that's where things get really interesting. So in our next section here, we'll break down the real world implications of this speed difference. And trust me, it's not as straightforward as you might think. We've already established that Solana is faster, but speed isn't everything. So let's talk about cost, or as it's called in crypto, the gas fees. On a busy day, sending money or buying something on Ethereum can cost you anywhere between $5 to $50 in fees. Solana, however, has fees that are consistently low, often less than a penny per transaction. In fact, you could send money hundreds of times on Solana for the same cost as one transaction on Ethereum. So it sounds like Solana is the clear winner here, right?
Not so fast there, Skippy. Speed and fees aren't everything.
Tiara's right. There's a reason that people still use Ethereum despite its higher costs and slower speeds. It's all about who's using these platforms and what they're using them for. And that's exactly what we're going to explore here in our next section. And you might be surprised to learn just how many things you already know about that are actually using Ethereum or Solana behind the scenes.
Where's your evidence, huh?
All right, let's dive into the world of ecosystems and overall adoption.
So this is where Ethereum and Solana really start to show their true colors. Ethereum, being the older and more established platform, has quite an impressive resume. As of 2024, it's home to over 4,000 decentralized apps. You've got everything from NFT marketplaces to virtual blanks, otherwise known as DeFi platforms. So some big names that you might recognize that are built on Ethereum, those include Uniswap, which is, kind of a digital currency exchange, OpenSea, which is like the eBay of digital art and collectibles, and MetaMask, which is a popular digital wallet that lets you interact with these Ethereum-based apps. Now, Solana, it might be newer to the scene, but it's definitely been making waves. So as of late 2023, which is the last time I could find the data here, Solana has about 2,500 active developers on the platform. And that is smaller than Ethereum, but Solana's developer community, it had grown 10 times larger between 2020 to 2023. And obviously we're beyond that, so you can only imagine how many developers are there now. Solana is particularly popular for apps that need super fast transactions. So it's really kind of become the go-to for things like high-speed trading platforms, gaming apps where quick reactions really matter, and payment systems that need to handle lots of transactions. Now, this next section here is what you've really been waiting for, as we're going to be looking at how these platforms have performed as investments. And let me tell you, the numbers here really might surprise you.
Let's start with Ethereum.
You got it, Tiara. So as of December 5th, 2024, Ethereum's price surged to an impressive $3,861, which was a 66% increase in just 1 month. But here's where it gets a little crazy. Ethereum's market cap has ballooned to a staggering $442.7 billion, which is more than the GDP of many countries out there. Now, there are many reasons for this, and those include record inflows into spot Ethereum ETFs. In other words, investors are pouring money in faster than ever. There's consistent driving price above 3,600, which means that the price is likely not speculative activity anymore. And then there's potential SEC leadership due to the new Trump administration changes favoring the Ethereum ecosystem. And also continued user dominance in DeFi, NFTs, and smart contract capabilities. In other words, there are many people and businesses who use this blockchain, and it's not really looking like they'll be changing anytime soon.
Now let's look at Solana.
Absolutely, Tiara. And I'll be honest, Solana has been on an absolute tear. So in the past year alone, Solana has returned over 450%, and its market cap has grown to an impressive $140.1 billion. Now, while that is still smaller than Ethereum, Solana has been closing the gap at an astonishing rate. And that's really for a few main reasons. The high-speed architecture attracting both developers and users. There's also significant growth in DeFi applications. It's also surpassed Ethereum and Bitcoin in the number of wallet holders, meaning that crypto wallets hold the currency. And lastly, there's a strong uptrend in positive market sentiment. So as we look to the future, both platforms show tremendous potential. But Tiara has what I consider the million-dollar question, as it'll greatly impact your performance as an investor.
Which blockchain has the biggest challenges?
Well, first off, both Solana and Ethereum, they share some challenges. So first, both of these platforms are constantly looking over their shoulders at regulators who might decide to kind of crack down on them, especially when it comes to DeFi and those trendy NFT projects that we've all heard about. And let's not forget about the roller coaster ride that is the crypto market, as it's likely both of these coins are going to continue to have high volatility. And lastly, the more valuable these networks become, the more unwanted attention that they're going to attract from hackers and scammers. So now let's chat about Ethereum's growing pains. So you know how sometimes your internet, it kind of slows to a crawl when everyone's streaming on Netflix? Well, Ethereum's got a similar problem, albeit a little bit bigger. So even with all these fancy upgrades, when the network gets really busy, those gas fees that they have, they can really skyrocket. And speaking of upgrades, the Ethereum 2.0, which the blockchain has really been touting as a fix to many of its current problems, it's been filled with constant delays. Meanwhile, there's a whole gang of other blockchain technologies out there that are kind of flexing their muscles and really trying to steal Ethereum's market share. So while Ethereum, it still is big time in the crypto world, it's got its fair share of headaches to deal with. But is Solana flawless? Well, absolutely not. So let's talk about Solana's growing pains here too. So the first one, which is a big one, Solana has experienced several network outages, which really raises concerns about its reliability. In addition, some folks are saying that Solana's speed, it might be coming at the cost of truly being decentralized. So the reasoning here is simple. So processing so quickly requires some very powerful computing. And therein lies the problem. Newer, he said it weird. Being newer means that Solana's ecosystem is less battle tested than Ethereum's. It just hasn't gone through the same trials that they have.
In the intro, you wanted to know which investment I think is best.
Yes, Tiara, I did. Which one do you think will come out as the winner here?
It might be a surprise, but I'd say Solana.
You know what? This is actually a surprise to me.
Do you think that's because I have superior intellect?
No, Tiara, that's not why. The reason is that Ethereum, it has more credibility and a larger network of apps on it.
That's fair. How about I explain this to your mortal self and you relay it to the other meatbags?
Fair enough. We'll be right back. Okay, so Tiara gave me 3 main reasons why Solana is most likely to be the bigger winner in the long run. And as always, this isn't financial advice, and I recommend that you speak with a professional. But she did have some pretty interesting thoughts. First is explosive growth and performance. So Solana has experienced remarkable growth in 2024, outperforming both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Plus, in October 2024, Solana projects earned a staggering $300 million in chain GDP, which showcases the network's ability to support real revenue-generating businesses. Second is superior speed and lower costs. So again, Solana's high-speed architecture, it can process up to 65,000 transactions per second, compared to Ethereum's 15 transactions per second. This speed advantage leads to significantly lower transaction fees, often fractions of a cent, making sure that Solana is more accessible for high-frequency applications like trading and gaming that have a lot of developers focused on it at present. And third, rapidly expanding ecosystem and adoption. So Solana's ecosystem has grown exponentially, attracting more developers and projects. In Q3 of 2024, Solana projects raised over $173 million in funding. This is the highest amount ever in a single quarter. And the platform has also seen a surge in daily active users and transaction volumes, surpassing Ethereum in both of these metrics. Additionally, Solana's total trade volume nearly doubled that of Ethereum in November 2024, reaching $77.5 billion compared to Ethereum's $38.8 billion. So it looks like Solana is the winner here. But what about Bitcoin versus gold? Surely the best asset between those two would be easier to determine, right? Wrong. So I actually made a video with Tiara about this very topic to see which one is the better investment, and found the comparison kind of shocking, to be honest. So if you're interested, you can watch that video right over here. But if for some reason you don't like that topic, click on this video over here that YouTube told me that you'd like, and I hope you do. And one thing though, before you leave, as always, make sure that you subscribe to unlock financial success one AI chat at a time. Thanks so much for watching.